Hi folks, well this is what it's like driving when it's dark out with them plastic headlights that are not really too clear. It's -4 degrees Celsius where I'm at. I left -9 degrees Celsius. Conditions of the road are really not knowing, but for the most part they look wet. Haven't ran into any ice pockets yet. Well, it's really hard to gauge. It actually looks in the camera that the camera's seeing better than I am. Look into getting some, either buff out the headlights that are on this Saturn or replace them with some new ones, clear them lenses back up ahead of the bulb itself. I really don't like them plastic headlights. You can buff them clear again, but it don't last long. It seems like the sun just deteriorates it and it kind of fogs them up. So maybe, I never actually looked into it, but maybe they have some glass headlights for these Saturns. I'm not really sure, but if they do, it'll be a much better headlight. That's the regular. Here's the high beams. Improves somewhat. I really don't like these plastic headlights. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Look into see if they have some glass ones, and if they're affordable and my budget permits it, pick some up. I'm heading to see a friend of mine. He's about 6 hours away. I'm about an hour and a half into the trip. He has another friend. He's off the grid and he's needing some help. So I have my tools with me. He's paying for the trip, of course. And my time spent, of course. So I'll see if I can't solve his problems. Some of these folks that are off the grid, they're having a lot of difficulties figuring things out and knowing why they're having difficulties, basically. So it's starting to become quite popular that requests are coming. I've been at this off-grid thing for a very long time, over 20 years now. So there's not much I do not know about it. So I'm able to offer quite a few suggestions and diagnose quite a few problems as these newcomers are desiring a lifestyle. They don't quite have it figured out. So that's what I'm going to do, is kind of go give them some tips, some suggestions, write a few pointers down for them on paper, and then that'll be about it. I'll test out a few of their equipments, make sure everything's operating correctly, give their batteries a quick check out. And if I can't locate something that's obvious, and I can tell them perhaps what to do. So that's where I'm heading anyhow. Got a really early start so I can get there somewhat early in the day and be back home again somewhat early in the day. But these headlights, they need to be, I need to do something about these. And I really hope they have the glass ones. Something when I get back home, I'm going to look into immediately and find out the price of them, and I'll sit with it in thought for a while, see if the budget can support it. And if the budget can support it, then I'll more than likely order one at a time. Two of them will be, I imagine, a little on the expensive side. I don't imagine the budget's going to support two of them at once. But one at a time. Perhaps one this month, one next month. And then eventually, both headlights are replaced with the glass instead of this plastic. Wish they never would have made these plastic ones. I've never liked them. I've had them on a previous vehicle, never liked them. Seems like you're always having to buff them clear again with a compound. Well, that's enough for the dark ride here, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't, please do so.